Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a freezing TT Cranny Stadium for tonight's matchup between the Grinnell Tigers and the South Tama Trojans. Grinnell comes in tonight 2-5 on senior night, looking to finish strong. The senior class has had a not very successful career here, but some wins have come along. Obviously, losses more than wins, but tonight, going to try to end it on a good note. Meanwhile, South Tama comes in 0-7. Two teams that have no shot at the playoff, obviously. They're done. It's a trophy game. I mean, you go all out. We could see anyone win tonight, and that's the biggest thing about tonight.
I think right now the Grinnell Tigers, they're coming off a couple wins already in the season. We've seen progress in their games. Last week, coming out of Newton, kind of a heartbreaker. You know, we definitely had the arm. We had the people catching the ball. We had the touchdowns. We just had the mistakes. And those mistakes kind of shot us in the foot and took a win away from us, because I think right now we could be sitting with 3 wins sitting on the year and keep building what Coach Brian Saucer has brought into this program. And I think the big thing that we've seen, you and I, has the team unity and growth. I mean, it's been a good thing to watch this year. I've been impressed with it, and hopefully it's impressing on the classes below. We just seen the 9th grade team come out with another win this season, come back, and in the last minute and a half, march right down the field, score a touchdown. So I think good things are coming out of this year, and tonight there puts a lot of emphasis on what they're actually playing for. So that's what we're shooting for tonight, and I think it's going to be a good night for us.
Yeah, it's added on level to acquire some hardware. South Tama has won this meeting 4 times in a row. The last time Grinnell won, you have to go back to 2013, where Eli Dunn was a senior and got Grinnell a big win over the Trojans. So it's been a while. The Steve Kriegel Memorial Trophy, that's what they're fighting for, the Battle of the Helmets. It's a plaque. It's basically a plaque and then another plaque against it. It's got an old Grinnell Tigers helmet and an old South Tama helmet from the 90s. And there's a picture of Steve Kriegel in his 3 phases of a coach, a player, and just as someone that you'd see around. And just a little bit of a background on Steve Kriegel. He was an All-American football player from South Tama. He was also a football coach, coached many different programs here at Grinnell. The rivalry started when Coach Kriegel passed away in 1996, and ever since then, Grinnell and South Tama and Grinnell play for the trophy every year, and the winner gets to keep it for a whole year until the next year. And obviously, as I was talking with some of my friends at school, they were like, well, what's the trophy? Well, that's the thing. We haven't had it for a few years. In my time in high school, we haven't been able to have it. And I know it would be really nice if we could bring it home again tonight.
Yeah, it would be a great honor to have that thing back in the trophy case. And you know, the history between the two schools go back such a long time, and you know, it's kind of an honor to even sit here tonight and broadcast this, because here I am, a graduate from South Tama back in 1989, going through when I was in high school at South Tama. We had a lot of the struggles of what South Tama is going into right now, because right now South Tama is kind of sitting as they're really a big 2A, but they got classified into a 3A district. And they've had a rough season going down the road, and much like it was back when South Tama played in the CIC in the 80s, when they were young, so back in the late 60s and into the 70s and 80s, South Tama was powerhouses. And then as all the schools around them got big, then they started to kind of go down a little bit. And right now I think South Tama's, I think they roughly have 25, 26 kids out on the field. So scrappy team. They play tough out there. But on the same side as the Grinnell Tigers, they had an awesome build back this year, and they're playing tough. So I think they both know what the meaning of this trophy is. Steve Kriegel's legacy at South Tama of being a All-American, great football player, and then coming to Grinnell being very instrumental in multiple sports. There's quite a few different things out there. You talk to different people that Steve Kriegel was one of the coaches that came to Grinnell to say, hey, you don't just play football, you don't just play basketball, get involved in all the different sports, be a multi-sport athlete. And I think that's some of the influential things that Steve Kriegel has put upon both schools. You know, you just don't have to focus on one thing. And this trophy, it means a lot going both ways, because when Steve Kriegel was a coach here as a football coach, he he won football games, and that's what people remember is having a coach that won football games. After him, Coach Dunn took over, and he won football games, and I think we're just trying to rebuild all those things and keep going upon it. So, yes, I think this game is big,
Yeah,
and,
and
and
man of
I'm
many
excited
talents.
to do it.
Yeah, man of many talents, and yeah, I've been excited for this thing. It's not hate week, but there's definitely such a strong rivalry between Grinnell and South Tama. Rivalries are nice and all, but not when it's cold. It is 42 degrees here. It's been cold all week, but yet Monday afternoon, if you're a Grinnell resident, the sirens went off because a funnel cloud went just west of the stadium, just about 2 miles. So Iowa weather is pretty impactful here tonight. The field has kind of been torn up. It's taken a beating throughout. They had to move the middle school game to Knoxville. They were playing Knoxville this past week. They had to move it to Knoxville. And yeah, it was just a mess. And speaking of Knoxville, that was Grinnell's last win 2 weeks ago. Last week, Grinnell went to Newton, took on the Cardinals. I was able to go down there and watch that. And what a game. Grinnell played better than I think a lot of people expected. Drew Kaufman put up over 300 yards passing as here comes the Tigers out on the field. I mean, just an incredible game by Grinnell, and they just fell short. The defense just couldn't get a stop when needed. But the district, for sure, has been quite difficult this season. I mean, obviously, Grinnell's sitting in 4th, Knoxville 5th, South Tama 6th, Newton 3rd. Oski and Pella sit atop. And I guess I just wanted to touch on this briefly. Grinnell has to go to Pella next week, but Oski took down Pella for the first time last week. Controversial game. If you go back and look on the highlights, doesn't look like he caught the ball. He probably didn't, but we won't go into that because we're not part of those teams. But I don't know if you knew this, but that is the first time that Pella has lost a regular season game to a team other than Grinnell.
Really?
It goes all the way back to, I believe, it'd have to be 2012. That was the last time. So sadly, Grinnell can't hold that anymore, but still very amazing.
Yeah, and you know, to touch a little bit, you and I both watched highlights and stuff that came from that Oskaloosa-Pella game. Very similar to all the other games that were going on Friday night. The Newton game we were going to start the Newton-Grinnell game early, so we got there to start early. They turn around and says, oh, no, we got lightning in the area, so you're going to delay. The same thing down in Pella. It was at Oskaloosa, and they actually ended up in pouring rain at certain times. And, you know, for the football team itself as Pella, you know, we watched it, and they had some errors, and everyone has errors once in a while. But I think that, you know, that's definitely a little bit of a change that's coming out there. We have a group of sophomores that ultimately dominated the Pella Dutch 10th graders last year. So I think, you know, either Pella's got a weak spot that's coming up that we may be coming back to the 2012 season. And, you know, I'm positive. I'm really positive that I think that this Grinnell Tiger team is making a change, and there's going to be a difference out here.
Well, if you can't see what they're doing on the field, I don't think they've ever done this before. They're announcing all the senior band members, senior B team members, and yeah, senior band and senior B team members. But I don't see any of the Jersey buddies on there. But still, very cool. We're going to take a quick break here before we get going on the action. We still got about 12 minutes left, so we'll get back to you just before the game starts, and we'll get you going here between Grinnell and South Tama. Alrighty, so senior introductions have just been displayed. We'll give you the quick rundown of who are the senior football players here, if I can get my sheet out here. So for the senior football players, we have Alex Snook, Sean Jackson, Drew Kaufman, Eli Ivanoff, Wyatt Dillon, Gavin McFarland, Gareth James, Ryan Lowe, Jacob Schmidt, Tanner Strand, Trent Large, Warren Ware, and Ryan Wright are all the seniors on this football squad tonight, who will take the field here at TT Cranny one final time. And let's hope it ends in a victory for the Tigers. We take a look at both teams tonight. A little bit of the quick stat rundown. Grinnell, obviously 2-5, head coached by first-year head coach Brian Saucer, who has, in my opinion, already done so much, more than we could have asked for with a good start. And then the only player that we want to shout out here, the one that's run the offense, Drew Kaufman, senior quarterback, 1,325 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions on the year. It may not seem like great numbers, but when you watch him on the field, he's a very, very good at conducting the offense. We take a look at South Tama, coming in 0-7. Their head coach is Nathan Doran. Their quarterback is Drake Crawford, a senior. He's got 587 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions on his season. His duo friend in the backfield, Tanner Walls, is a senior, 239 yards on the ground this season with 2 touchdowns. And when you went to go watch South Tama versus Nevada, you saw a lot of potential in Tanner Walls.
Yeah, I did. You know, Tanner, he's a pretty strong runner. I went to school with his dad. Tim was a real powerhouse, played guard, tackle, defensive end. And when I watch Tanner, he has the drive of his legs that he just don't stop. So that's going to be a tough challenge for this Grinnell defensive line, especially where we play that three down linemen, that they're really going to have to stand up the tackles, play off, and give the ability for the linebackers to come up and make the play. And it's going to be difficult because it's a little bit different ball game the way that South Tama runs their offensive blocking. So I think that's going to be a good challenge. And, you know, they do have a little bit of ultimate surprise. They had a couple of good receivers. The quarterback does have the ability to throw the ball up. They definitely had, against Nevada, they had a better second half than they did first half, but in 2 quarters watched them put up 27 points.
Right.
They definitely do have potential, and it is hopefully, you know, that Saucer has watched. They've studied game film and prepared correctly, that they're going to be able to overcome those little obstacles that South Tama could throw at them.
And the most points South Tama scored this season, or one of the most points they've scored, is against Nevada. And I'd compare Nevada and Grinnell to be pretty much an even team. So, I mean, we're looking at a really good game here tonight. And obviously Grinnell has one thing on their mind, and it's revenge. You want the trophy. You haven't had it 4 years. South Tama won this game 29-16 last year, and we were actually at the game. It was the first ever game we ever did broadcasting, and at that time it was just me, and we found out our sound wasn't working, and it was just a complete mess. But, yeah, so Grinnell's got revenge on their mind, and it's senior night for the football players, but I guess it's kind of senior night for me too. This will be the last time I'll be up here doing this, at least in high school. I may come back, do a little in college, come back and support the Tigers because you know just as well as I know that, I mean, Grinnell will get better in this. There's a lot of promise in this team in front of us.
Yeah, and you know that as you build on your future on broadcasting, that obviously that's what you're going to be going to school for, is hopefully do sports broadcasting, do all the games, and bigger and better going into doing college football and what have you. So, you know, this has been a great start for you, and I'd love to come back and do a couple more years with you to carry on this tradition. And, you know, even after that, we'll find something to keep going, as it's been an honor to do this, and definitely very proud to be up here with you and keep this little tradition going that we started. I think definitely we have the supporters that have been following us, and definitely for the kids after the fact get to sit down and watch something with their family, or for the grandparents or someone that's out of town, it gives them the ability to follow up and watch it. And we've just opened up the door, and I think that's a good deal.
Well, it may be a little surprising to hear, but it's actually only been two years. Let's think. Yes, 2 years. So it'd be 2016 was the last time Grinnell won a senior night. They beat Knoxville 56-22 on senior night. So they know how to win here on senior night in these recent years, and we'll see what Grinnell can do here against the South Tama Trojans. The Trojans are going to kick this one off to start. Let's play some football. We've been waiting all week for this one. It's the Tigers and the Trojans, the rivalry game, the battle of the helmets. I'm not sure if the trophy's here tonight. It'd be cool if it was, but
it is.
Is it here
It's
tonight?
Sitting down there in the backside of
oh, yes,
Mr.
I see it all the way down there, yeah.
Yep. It's sitting
So
in the back.
Score down there, it's right there. They'll rush after that if it gets it. Let's get going. It's cold. Let's see if things fire up on the field here. Grinnell gets set here on the kick return. And the 2018 Grinnell versus South Tama Battle of the Helmets rivalry game is ready to get going. And we are underway. It's a line driver. It's going to be muffed a little bit. And picked up, I believe, is going to be Cole McGriff. And Cole McGriff cuts up a nice hole in the sidelines. It gets pushed out of bounds. Nice pickup.
Yeah, excellent little run by Cole. You know, don't know what happened. It's cold out there. I assume the field's still wet.
Yeah, a little wet.
We watched them in warm-ups, and both teams were shooting snaps over the quarterback's head, so that obviously wasn't a good start here. But, you know, you kind of see a sheen on that football right now, so you have to take a look at it and see what's going to happen here.
The senior Drew Kaufman comes out with the other senior, Gavin McFarland. This is A.J. Wilkins and Tanner Strand, I believe, here to this near side on the left. And Kaufman on first down and 10. Going to hand off to Cole McGriff. Pitches back to Tanner Strand. Tanner Strand's going to line this one up. He's going to load it downfield, and A.J. Wilkins is wide open. And it's caught, and he's down to about the 37-yard line. And already Grinnell opens the trickery.
I love it. You know, open it up with a little razzle-dazzle, and let's get this ball game going. We just picked up 27, 28 yards on that, and they're going right away with the typical no huddle and get this ball game rolling. Let's put some points on the board.
Like you said, Grinnell's going to run quick here. That was a great play. Wilkins had to just take a little bit to get there. On first down and 10. Strand in motion. It's going to be a handoff up the middle. Gavin McFarland breaks through and is tripped. Maybe about a gain of 2 or 3 on the carry. And Grinnell will set up shop for a second down and about 8. Second down and about 9, maybe.
Yeah, you know, it's good to see that the line's kind of beefed back up tonight. I know Dodge Saucer was out with an injury or sickness last week, so he's back in there on that right-hand side. So, and Gareth James on this side. So we got our 2 big dog tackles to let these guys run towards.
Can't tell if Warren Ware is in. He was injured last week versus Newton. Strand in motion. Kaufman going to keep or head up the middle to McFarland. McFarland makes a hole for himself and gets about 2 or 3 more yards on that carry. This will bring up third down and about 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, excellent little fake option on that. You know, kind of the give to Cole and he fake on that one. Picked it up with Gavin, and Gavin's just shown some excellent running ability this year. He's done a really good job working in the weight room.
On third down and 5, McGriff moves in motion. Kaufman's going to keep it himself. Rolls out to the right. Steps up, fires across the middle, and it is going to be incomplete. Intended receiver was his brother Owen, who just slipped. And now we get a fourth down, and this is going to be an interesting decision by Saucer here. You're not really in punting range. You're not really in field goal range. I feel like, yeah, you have to go for it.
Kind of a short 4 yards left.
Fourth down and 4 from the 31 of South Tama. McFarland is the back. Wilkins is this near wide receiver here. 3 wide receivers bunched to the right. 1 here left side. McFarland moves beside Kaufman. On fourth down, Drew surveys, rolls short. It's going to be a screen play. McFarland's got it with blockers in front. Has room, jumps to the near or far sideline. He's still going. McFarland is in. Yes, he is. Touchdown, Grinnell.
It's senior night, and that's the best run that I've seen out of Gavin all night.
Yeah. That was perfect blocking. South Tama bit on the whole screenplay.
You know, we tease Gavin every once in a while about his long blonde hair, but it was easy to watch him, and that was some nice run.
Yeah,
that was a very nice run.
So Grinnell with the exclamation point early. This will be Kyle Dillon lining up to try this extra point. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it was muffed just a little bit. The snap was not that great, as Tanner just missed the snap. So Grinnell gets the touchdown, but can't convert the extra point. 6-0. Grinnell leads over South Tama after Gavin McFarland scampers in off the screenplay. All right, so the touchdown by the Tigers. They're up 6-0, and they're going to kick this one back to the Trojans here. This will be Kyle Dillon going to line this thing up and send it into the wind. Cold, crisp air here in Grinnell tonight. Dillon plants his foot and sends this one downfield. It spirals in the air, drops into a South Tama defender, and he'll take up here at the sideline. Gets a few tackles, breaks free. A.J. Wilkins wraps him down. And South Tama will set up shop. So Drake Crawford, senior quarterback, coming out for the Trojans. We'll see what he's got here. 6'1", 180 pounds. Look for him. Number 15, Tanner Walls, is number 22. We'll look for them as the night goes on here.
Hey, we got to give a shout out. How awesome is it to have someone from Hawaii tuning in? Phil Harrington, nice to know you're out there listening to us. A thumbs up to you. Thanks for tuning in.
On 1st down and 10, it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And this is a breakaway, and I can't tell who this is. I can't look at my paper right now. That is going to be possibly a 1st down. That was number 2, Peyton Vest, the sophomore. 5'10", 175 pounds. And he's just short of the marker. They're going to give him 2nd down.
And, you know, when I watched that Nevada game, Peyton Vest had some pretty good runs. He's a pretty good swivel hip runner, so I think that he's definitely one that we're going to have to watch for the evening.
I was going to say, the running back position for South Tama is quite stacked. They have people there. Crawford tosses outside. Here's Vest. Gets a block and has the 1st down. Took a hard hit. So this will be quickly a 1st down. 9:37 left here in the 1st quarter. Grinnell leads the way, 6-0 over South Tama. And already on 2 straight running plays, Grinnell struggled against the run against Newton last week. See if they can adjust here. They sure do stack that backfield. Crawford keeps it himself and is met immediately. Nice coverage by Grinnell, locking up both options.
Yeah, nice to see Wyatt Dillon, another one of our seniors out there, and Eli Rose dig right in there. I did notice that, you know, if you watch that line, they're dropped into a little bit different defensive front. They're going with a four down linemen, or basically still got our defensive ends, but putting a little bit more pressure and crouching in on the tackles and tighten it up on that guard position. So it's going to force them to do some things that they probably haven't been used to.
Crawford fakes the pitch. He's looking downfield, fires down there. This is going to be called in. Strand couldn't keep up, and that is number 18, Keith Kahina, on the catch. 1st down and 10 for the Trojans. Kiana. I'm going to mess up these last names, I tell you.
I'll try to help fill you in with these South Tama names. Most of them are pretty familiar to me.
So 1st down and 10. Grinnell got beat on some slants and some crossing patterns, and the South Tama Trojans set up in business. I got a feeling this is going to be a high-scoring football game tonight. Vest is the back. Crawford is here up at the line. In the shotgun, Crawford fakes. He's looking downfield. It is going to be caught. Yes, it is. Eli couldn't get down and get it there in time, and it is going to be another catch. Was that number 7? This would be Jackson Belts. And look out. Here comes South Tama.
Yeah, this is what they kind of threw that passing game out there that I watched in the past. So I think this is going to be a big challenge for this defense. So we dropped the linemen down. We're playing a tough four-man front, but those linebackers, we should be able to cover this in more of a flip back zone style. But we'll see what happens.
Crawford hands off to Vest. Vest has a hole and is stuffed immediately, but the pile keeps pushing. Maybe got a yard. Yeah, about 4 yards. So second down. I'm seeing what I saw last week against Newton. Grinnell offense, perfect. Defense, still a few struggles. And you got to get this straightened out before you go to Pella next week, considering Pella scores an average 50 points a game.
We'll see Sean Jackson come in. We'll beefing up that inside.
Crawford, another handoff to Vest. And Vest is met immediately. Eli Rose caught him right at the line of scrimmage. He got a little extra of a spin forward, but nonetheless, this will bring up third down about 5.
Well, the important thing is those line guys. So you have Dodge Saucer, Sean Jackson in there, Mateus Durr out on the far right-hand side, being the right defensive end. Those guys are really going to have to put the pressure on the linemen and let our linebackers do their job.
3rd 3. Crawford, another handoff. Vest, jump pass, and it is picked. What an interception, and I can't tell who it was.
I think it was Cole. Cole McGriff stuck his hand up.
No, it was Tanner. Tanner Strand.
Tanner Strand.
What an interception. It was a jump pass, the old Tim Tebow jump pass from Florida, except Tanner stuck his one arm up there, kind of bobbled it, and then came down with it, and Grinnell has the turnover.
Yeah. Good job getting his mitt on that thing and get a little bit of.
Tanner had a great week last week, over 100 yards receiving, and this week starts it out with an interception. But now Grinnell has to live inside the 10. We'll see what Kaufman does here. On first down and 10 from the shotgun. He's got his hand warmer on. I don't blame him. It's getting colder. 2 wide receivers here near a sideline, one to the far right. That's Owen all the way out there. Here comes McGriff in motion. It's a handoff, middle. McFarland gets a hole. Here goes Gavin McFarland. Trucks into a defender, and he might have the first down. He does.
Yeah,
tonight be Gavin McFarland's night.
Gavin McFarland, and to jump back to Tanner Strand, Tanner has really been one of those players, a senior, that's adapted. Played quarterback last year, has been rolled back into a receiver position and safety on defense. He's just doing an excellent job. I think it's more of a fit for what his style of play is.
On first down and 10, here's Kaufman in the gun. Looks outside. This is going to be caught by Cole McGriff. He got a block upfield and is driven down close to the marker. It's going to be just short. Give him second down and 1 upcoming. Great play. Got a great block, too, if it could have just been a little bit more contained on that one side. So this will be first down. Oh, yes, second down and 1. 6:31 left here in this first half. Or 6:31 left here in the first quarter. Grinnell leads 6-0 after forcing the turnover down inside the 10-yard line. Here's Kaufman, a handoff. McFarland makes another man miss and quickly tries to jump forward. That might be a first.
It has to be really close.
Yeah,
he might just got across the line of scrimmage, but another tough run. My goodness, Gavin stuck his shoulder down, and nice big crack from up here in the press box.
I don't want to go after him. My goodness. Third down and about a yard. Maybe not even a yard. Let's give him inches. Watch for a Kaufman keeper here. 6 minutes left here in the first quarter. On third down and 1 from the 28-yard line, Grinnell's going to shift here offensively. Here's Drew. Keeper. Yes, it was. Drew gets a hole, and look out. Kaufman actually got more than he bargained for.
Well, and that's what we've seen out of Drew all year. That's why he is our leading rusher right now. Every time that Drew takes a step, that's a yard and a half.
Right. Drew looked to hold his knee a little bit there. He should be all right. First and 10. Saucer's going to call some signals here from the sideline. From the 37 now. Strand moves out way right. Drew fakes the handoff. He's looking over the top. Wide open, Alex Snook. And gets creamed, but he hangs on. Was that Alex or was it? No, it was Mateus.
Mateus Durr. And you know what? Mateus Durr for another one of the sophomores coming in. those two have been a great combination these last 3 or 4 games. I can't say enough. Mateus in the Newton game had some great catches, had some really good looks. So I think we're going to see good things coming out of Mateus in the future also.
Great fake by Drew. Mateus took quite the hit after the play, but he keeps on going. And it's down to the South Tama 39. McFarland on the end around. Powers forward and has a nice gain. Give him about 2 or 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, about 3.
Grinnell has really established the running game and passing game early. I mean, it's quite just balanced.
Right now, I think this is some of the better football we've seen.
2nd down and 8 from the 37. We'll see what Grinnell does here offensively. South Tama's putting some guys back here. We got 2 wide receivers here to the left, 2 to the right. McFarland still the one in the backfield. Strand in motion. It's another handoff. McFarland is met and driven down.
A little bit of line breakdown. I can't tell if they maybe had a cross stunt there on that Trojan offensive line. They kind of followed right in the back door of the polling guard, which I think kind of opened up that tackle.
McFarland gives credit for about half a yard. 3rd down and 7. Drew tries that hard count, and then they immediately change the play. It's the norm here. Let's see what he does here. In the gun, Kaufman looks quickly. Caught McGriff upfield. McGriff gets a good block, and he's got the first. Great block by A.J. And it's a Tiger 1st down. That's twice they've run that play, and both times having success.
Yeah, they've done a good job with that play.
I keep thinking if he's going out there, that's the problem with Cole. He has an arm. He can throw downfield, so South Tama has to be careful. I like the play calling here by Saucer here early to confuse the defense, as it's obviously working as Grinnell is down in business at the 27-yard line. McFarland's not even played a quarter, and his pants are starting to turn brown. Kaufman fakes, going downfield. He's got AJ on a one-on-one, and it's incomplete. That was almost a catch. Well done by AJ, though. And Drew put it in the right spot. So we'll try again. 2nd down and 10 upcoming.
Right now, the good thing that I see that we're looking at is we're throwing so many different things at them. South Tama just they can't set up and say this is what the next play is going to be. So it's going all to our advantage.
Kaufman gives it to McFarland. McFarland got a great block on the edge, and they're going to throw the flag.
Yeah, I think fortunately that's going to be Mateus Sturler.
Yeah,
it's going to be a holding, and it was one of those he was waiting, and Gavin just wasn't getting there far enough, and he couldn't make the turn one way or the other. So
Grinnell's going to fall short here. This will move them back 5. So give them 2nd down and 15 now from from South Tama's 32. Good to know that Grinnell's living in South Tama territory.
Yeah.
Still 42 degrees here in TT Cranny. There was snow possibly on the way, a few flurries, but it's breaking up as it gets to Marshalltown, coming down from the north. Should be no problem here tonight, so thank goodness.
Well, most of us, we woke up seeing a little bit of snow this morning, so kind of that's that change too fast we weren't expecting.
Correction, 2nd down and 20 upcoming for the Tigers. Kaufman is all alone. It's a blitz. They're going to give it short to Mateus. Mateus got a great block. He's going upfield, and the ball comes out. And Grinnell hops on it. Well, they got lucky. They got a 1st down off it. Mateus got drilled for the 2nd time.
Yeah, it looked like Gareth James was up there blocking for that screen and just heads-up play and saw the ball on the ground and
sometimes
brought
it's
it back
better
in.
To be lucky.
Yeah.
So Grinnell is going. 2 wide receivers to the left. This is 1st down and 15. Or 1st down, they're at the 15, so just outside the goal to goal. They bunch wide receivers to the right. Here comes McGriff in motion. It's a quarterback keeper by Drew, and he's driven down inside the pile, but still a nice gain, though, for about 3. 3 or 4 there.
They give him almost a 4 on that.
Yeah. Dodge got dinged on the knee there. He does have 2 knee braces on, but he's holding that, favoring that right knee there. Should be all right maybe to finish this drive out. Strand checks out. McFarland checks back in. Grinnell's got to think here about the game clock here. 2nd and 6 from the 11. McGriff keeps it, gets outside, and makes a move, and can't get too much farther. Nice collapse by South Tama.
Yeah, we got pretty lucky there. That was a close little holding on the backside as that run came around, but I think did they even pick up? Maybe even lost the yard.
Yeah, possibly lost it. They're just still going to give them 3rd and 6. Grinnell would love to punch this thing in. Granted, they do have a field goal kicker in Kyle Dillon, but based off that muffed field goal, I'd be careful here. They bunch wide receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Strand in motion. Kaufman keeps and is in trouble and sacked, and the ball came out, and South Tama's on top of it. And Grinnell gives the ball back. That was just a terrible timed sack.
Yeah, I think he was trying to pull the ball, get it away from him, and thought he was going to be able to spin out of it, but turn her back around, and as he came down and the other Trojan player come up and just kind of knocked the ball out. So
South Tama just sticking around right now. Grinnell does lead 6-0. And based off South Tama's offense, besides the turnover, South Tama's looking to score last time out. So let's see what the Trojans do here. Here comes Vest in motion. Crawford. It's a end around, and Gareth James read that thing all the way, and then we have a late flag coming in. Very late flag.
Enthusiasm. It's nice to see Gareth got up out of there, and
yeah, it was quite exciting,
that's a proud moment that he stuck that thing right there. The late flag come out there.
Yeah, I don't.
Looks like it's holding on South Tama, so that'll take them 10 yards back. So this Tiger defense right now is really going to have to put the show on.
Oh, yeah.
We've had a couple opportunities throughout the year when we get someone pinned back against that red zone line. So I think right now we just need to step it up.
I think Grinnell knows a defensive stop last week could have given them a chance against Newton. I think most of their players know that. So this will be 1st down and 20. 1:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Grinnell leads South Tama 6-0 in this rivalry game. So after the holding call, they move back 10 yards. 1st down. This is Vest in the backfield. Crawford tosses to Vest. Vest gets a great block, cuts up field, and it's a good tackle. I believe Eli Rose collapsed on that one. 2nd down upcoming.
Yeah. Eli kind of made a single leg drop on that and just held on for his life, but that's what it takes sometimes. When Vest presents himself as a pretty strong runner, so.
.48 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. They got one wide receiver out way. Here's a toss to Vest, and Vest is met immediately. Great play by the Tiger defense.
Yeah, quick little fobble on the ball there, but Vest was able to drop down and grab that thing right back up. I could kind of give the sense there as the linebackers come up and started giving taps on the rear ends of the linemen that there was going to be a couple stunts going off both sides. So I think the stunt really kicked in there and made a big difference.
So the clock should hit 0 here, and it does. So that's it for the end of the first quarter. It's a rivalry game, and there's no reason why we don't call it that. It's close. 6-0. Grinnell leads over the South Tama Trojans. We'll be back for the second quarter. All right, so out of the quarter break, South Tama's ball on 3rd down and 19. They'll start from their 10-yard line. Grinnell leads 6-0 over the Trojans. Both teams have committed a turnover so far. It has been a pretty interesting football game.
I think the best definition has been a scrappy game.
Ah, yeah.
It's been fun to watch so far, so I think we're going to see 1 quarter and another 3 more to finish a good evening.
Crawford's looking deep, but he's not going to get there as Dodge Saucer is there, and so is defensive company. He's taken down the backfield.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Saucer was literally climbing. I hate to say it, there should have been a flag on it because he was literally climbing as they were holding him.
Yeah.
And he made his way right to that quarterback.
Nothing shutting down the junior. So this will be 4th down, or sophomore. Apologize. Wow. So this is 4th down 24, and if I'm Grinnell, I'd kind of want to go block this punt. As Grinnell can't get to it. It's a high wobbler in the air. Tanner Strand takes it, slips a little bit, makes a good move. Strand gets a cut. Here goes Tanner. He's cutting up to the near sideline, making moves and driven out of bounds. And that is great starting field position for the Tigers.
Well, it's nice to definitely see a special teams that's going in the right way. That's one thing in the past last year. Grinnell's special teams did a good job at the end of last year, so coming out of that to see a special teams this year starting to pick things up without errors is definitely a plus.
So 1st down and 10 from the 15. Grinnell has had quite a few opportunities so far tonight. We'll see if they can come up and seize on this one. Here's Kaufman on a quarterback keeper. Hits the middle and falls forward. Has a nice gain for about 5.
You know, there again, his body just stretches out, and he could get 3 or 4 yards just by laying down. But that's a nice 5.5 yard, 6 yard pickup.
2nd down and 4 from the 9. South Tama's looking to probably send a blitz. This is Wyatt Hunter, the back now. On 2nd and 4, 10:32 left here in the quarter. Grinnell's going to send their wide receivers out a little bit farther. Here's Kaufman. Another keeper. Drew gets the block. He's headed for the end zone. He stopped short. And that's a first.
That was an interesting little set by the Tiger line because as they moved on each one of those times, Dodge Saucer took and actually give a 4-foot gap between the tackle, and then they turn around and give a pull on that. So
1st down and goal from the 4-yard line. Here's Wyatt Hunter with the keeper. Wyatt plows and is short. Did he get a yard? Yep, give him a yard. He's about at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and I think that's the first carry out of Wyatt Hunter tonight.
Yeah.
And Wyatt has shown us some pretty good running skills in the past too. So he's another sophomore that I think that has potential to keep building this team up.
2nd and goal from the 2. Another handoff. Or Kaufman actually going to keep it himself and can't get there. He's just dragged down. He might actually lose a yard. Now Grinnell finds themselves with 3rd and goal. And this is a big play if you're a South Tama fan.
It is. You know, I never said I'd stay up here and give a suggestion, but unless Gavin McFarland's out for an injury or something, but I think I'd bring that little bulldog back in.
Yeah. Watch for the quarterback keeper here. 3rd down and 2, or 3rd and goal from the 2. Strand in motion. They hand it to him. Strand's speed tries to get to the corner, and he makes a man miss, and he's in. Touchdown, Grinnell. Great move.
Great move. Tanner. Speed overcome the Trojan defense on that one. Let's see if we could get the snap brought back up to where it needs to be, and Tanner get his hands on it, and let's get the points on the board.
12-0. Grinnell's going to try to make it 13-0 if Kyle Dillon can get this thing through the uprights. Here's the snap. Good hold kick on the way, and it is good. Right down the middle. 13-0.
Excellent redemption by Kyle Dillon on that.
Great.
But again, you know, I think go back to wasn't really Kyle's fault, and it wasn't really Tanner's fault either. That first snap came and it kind of rolled to Tanner. So when you get pushed on the pressure there, who's going to get the ball up? That was the end result. We missed that extra point.
So Grinnell leads the way with 9:03 remaining here in the first half, 13-0. But you don't count out South Tama. Their offense has been pretty good so far. They've had a few mistakes, but they are not out of this game, and Grinnell cannot underestimate this South Tama squad, especially in a rivalry game where anything can happen.
Yeah, right now South Tama, they're 2 touchdowns away because of 2 turnovers.
Yeah. So Grinnell going to kick this one off. Kyle Dillon lines back up for it. And he will send this one downfield. As it's going to be taken inside the 5. He's going to get a good block upfield. Cuts inside. Now cuts outside. Has blocking. Can Grinnell bring him down? As he heads to the near sideline and is finally brought down. So South Tama gets a little bit of momentum there off the kick return.
Yeah, I'm impressed. That Peyton Vest, he is definitely a ball runner.
Yeah. So first down and 10 from the 35. 8:52 remaining here in the first half. Here's a handoff, a quick toss. This is number 8. This is a carry for about 3-4 yards. I'm going to give him 2 or 3 actually.
And number 8, Matt Weiss on the carry for the Trojans.
So this will bring up second down and 8 for the Trojans. 8:47 left here in the first half. Trojans lined up. This is going to be Crawford and Vest in the backfield. It's a toss to Vest. Grinnell chases. Vest is brought down by Logan Estelle. Came off that edge. Good tackle, and this will be third down at about 6.
South Tama, they come out with that kind of a power lineup, stacking the two fullbacks up in the front side, offset with the tailback out there. So they kind of give a double block beyond their line that's giving a little bit of advantage on that run.
3rd and 7. Grinnell could use a stop here. Crawford fakes the handoff. It's a handoff to Vest. Vest cuts outside. He's got the first down and more. Grinnell finally collapses on him. Nice carry by Vest. The sophomore is making South Tama look pretty good in the running game so far.
Yeah, Grinnell's just going to have to – they need to get that guy stood up in the front instead of letting them get penetration on us. And until we get that figured out, we'll see what's going on.
7:54 remaining here in the first half.
Front line in there right now, Dodge Saucer and Sean Jackson, Cam Stevenson, Gareth James over there on the far left-hand side.
Low snap. Crawford pitches it outside. Vest is blown up in the backfield. Is that Wyatt Dillon? Yes, it is.
Excellent read by Wyatt.
And Vest knew it was over before he even got the ball. He was already looking upfield. Knew he was in trouble. Great read by the senior Wyatt Dillon. He will be missed heavily next year.
The last play when they were coming around, one of the South Tama fullbacks kind of give Wyatt an extra push. I think it give Wyatt a little extra motivation on that play.
So second down, and it pushed him all the way back to second down and 17 from their own 41. Crawford fakes it, looks downfield, has a man, and it's going to be incomplete. Ivanov played a little cat and mouse with him and was able to get him in completion.
Yep, good job. It's nice to see Eli back in that position again, and he does a good job covering out there in the safety.
So this will be third down upcoming for the Tigers. Third down, 17. 6:53 remaining here in the first half. This most likely could be a pass. It is. Crawford back to throw. Wyatt Dillon coming quickly. Crawford steps up. Has a little bit of running room, and McFarland is there to meet him and drives him to the ground.
Yeah, great job, Gavin McFarland.
I thought he would get out of there. Wyatt slipped trying to get around Vest. But nonetheless, a great stop, and now South Tama will punt it back to Tanner Strand and Parker Johnson.
Well, we've talked about this more and more all year, that whatever Brian Saucer has brought in, these kids do not give up. And it's a group of young men that just don't stop, and I think that's what's telling the story here tonight.
It's a fake and wide open, but he's driven down. The ball's out. Grinnell helps on it. Well, they tried to fake it, and Eli Ivanov made the possible first down saving tackle, and the ball popped out.
Yeah, and the benefit is that they said he was down, so instead of the fumble,
stays at the 50.
It was down balls, and we got actually better yardage than fumble recovery. So
I'll admit, if that would have worked, if it would have been a better throw, another jump pass, if that would have been a better throw, we could be saying something different. But Eli, because it was a low throw, it was very well covered by Eli, and now Grinnell comes out with Wyatt Hunter and Kaufman in the backfield here on first down and 10 from the 50-yard line. Saucer trying to get the play figured out here. Hunter's going to move up near the line. Nell's got to look at the play clock here. Strand moves out wide. 5 seconds left on the play clock. A lot of confusion here by Grinnell, and they're just going to call a timeout. So they take a timeout. We'll take a timeout too. Grinnell leads 13-0 over South Tama here in TT Cranny. All right, so out of the Tiger timeout, first down and 10 from the 50-yard line. Grinnell will set up shop. Kaufman hands it to Wyatt Hunter, and Wyatt plows forward for at least 6 or at least 4 yards here, maybe 5 yards.
That was an excellent example of Wyatt Hunter's power right there. He's a really strong runner. Just to carry him 2.5, 3 yards.
Rough marking by the ref. That doesn't look like where it was. Quickly, second down. Another handoff to Wyatt. Wyatt plows forward and is driven down. Should have been looking at a face mask there. It looked like he was being pulled from the front. Third down and 3 or 4 upcoming for the Tigers. They only lead 13-0. You definitely want probably another score to have a little bit of breathing room here.
Referee looks like he's finding a hard time to find some grass to put out there to get him to start off of.
Third down and 3 from the 43. Hunter's had the carries on all the plays on this drive so far. He'll move up a little bit. Kaufman keeps it himself, has the first down and more, and is driven into a pile and is down.
That's a nice little block by Gareth James off that side. He just cleared him out.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's nice, that some people say you got a 6'7", 6'8" quarterback, but Drew has the ability to see so much more than what a lot of kids see, and it makes a big difference.
4:47 left. South Tama does get the ball back at halftime, so Grinnell maybe thinking about some clock here.
Gavin McFarland back in there running back. Give a little breather.
After being out for a little bit, McFarland, yeah, like you said, is back in. 4:30 left. Kaufman Looks downfield. No one's open. This time he does find someone. Owen Kaufman all the way downfield. It is incomplete. He almost came down with it. And it's incomplete. This will bring up 2nd down and 10. He looked downfield to the left. No one was open. Then just barely missed Kaufman, his brother. But Grinnell not going deep as much as I thought they would after last week's game against you.
Yeah. I think a little bit is they may know something from, seeing what the films are.
Possibly.
Maybe they got possibly a couple good defenders out there.
So from the 38. McGriff moves out wider, so does Strand. This is Owen here to the nearest sideline. Drew's going to set back to throw. It's got a huge blitz. Gets it to McFarland, who's got all the blocking in the world. Makes a move upfield, and he's still going. Gets another block and tries to break through a defender. Falls short, but it's still 1st down.
Yeah, Gavin again just drops that shoulder, and he was mowing over people. Excellent running tonight. I can't say enough of what we're seeing out of Gavin.
What a good night to bring it out. So 1st down and 10, that screenplay is working. I mean, it didn't help that South Tama also brought a blitz.
Right.
I mean, that just really didn't help their cause. But Grinnell play calling going pretty well so far tonight, besides that one missed cue where they had to call a timeout. 1st down 10 from the 22, 3:54 remaining here in the 1st half. It's a handoff, a fake back. This is a pass all the way downfield, and McKaufman can't get onto it, but that is going to be a defensive pass interference, as Kaufman was literally used as a ladder for the defender to go up top.
That should get us all the way down to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, because it's from the spot of the foul. So, yeah, this will jump us down to guaranteed the 7.
Yeah, it should be at least a 15-yard penalty. We might get a sideline flag here,
yeah,
too.
I think that too.
Someone just got kicked out of the ball game.
Yeah, I think. So is it a sideline warning, or is it defensive pass interference?
We got a gentleman here who just got kicked out of the ball game.
Yeah. Well, they're standing down there, and it's not part of the chain gang, so I don't know why they're down there. Yeah, he's done. He's out of here. Because the ref definitely said stern words to him.
Yep.
So I guess no pass interference. Well, it had to be, because that's when the flag was thrown. And then I guess they threw another flag afterwards.
Well, I think the pass interference was definitely, but then I think the referee just did not like whoever was at the sideline, what they were saying. So
1st down and goal for the Tigers. Kaufman keeps it himself and is met immediately. South Tama was able to wrap him down pretty quickly. Yep, he's gone. Very interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I've seen it from coaches. But I've never seen it from someone just standing on the sidelines.
Well, he might have been a stat keeper for
Possibly,
South Tama.
Yeah, because he handed it off a clipboard. So, all right, we'll try again. 2nd down and goal. This is from the 11-yard line. So actually, yeah.
Trips out there to the left. We spread her way out, so we'll see if.
Possibly
It's a lot of time when we see the fake, and it opens it up enough that Drew could take it right up the middle.
And we got to delay a game. Grinnell runs that thing where they put that hard count, and then they always look to the sideline. Usually they don't fake them out, but, yeah, that's just a unfortunate event right there. This will move them back 5 yards to a 2nd and goal from the 15.
Yeah, second time, probably the 3rd time we've seen this, that the calls for the play get kind of stretched out.
Yeah. 2nd down and 15. Or 2nd and goal from the 15. Kaufman fires short. This is going to be bobbled, and it's almost picked. Kaufman put a little too much air on that one. So 3rd down and goal from the 15. Grinnell's got a little ways to go here. See what the Tigers do. 2:55 remaining here in the first half. Grinnell has wasted a lot of this clock. Saucer's going to call a timeout, and we will too. We'll get you back for the rest of the second half action. Grinnell leads South Tama 13-0. Third down and 15 for the Tigers. Grinnell is either just going to run this thing with Gavin here and take a shot. We'll see what they do here. Kaufman fakes the handoff. He's got Strand. This time he's going to toss it up over to Gavin, and he missed him. He had Strand wide open in the back of the end zone if he could have hit him. Grinnell's going to come up short, and they're going to bring on Kyle Dillon here to try a field goal.
Well, we know that Kyle has the distance in his foot. We just need to get a good snap and have Tanner get a good place and have that line hold him back out.
This would be a 26-yarder.
Yep.
Let's see what they do here. Dillon has a leg, but is it enough in this type of situation? Because remember, if this thing comes loose, snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is right down the middle. No, it wasn't. It missed. I thought it went down the middle. It's so hard to tell from here. I apologize. So it's no good.
So 26-yard attempt and off to the side a little bit from what the officials are signaling there. And so South Tama will pick it right back up on the 20-yard line.
Man, I thought that went in. So hard to see from over here. We're down on the lower level. KGRN is on the top. But we can't see it from here. All right, 2:47 left here in the first half. South Tama can get a touchdown here. That would be pretty good for them, considering they do get the ball back at halftime. 1st and 10 from the 20. Low snap, handoff to Vest, and Vest is dropped. The wind's kind of picking up, it feels like. I'm starting to feel the breeze through the window here. Every other window is closed. We don't have heat in here. I'm wearing gloves. My dad's wearing a stocking cap with gloves, and we're all bundled up in here. It is cold in here. Maybe not as bad as outside, but 2:20 left here in the first half. South Tama trails Grinnell 13-0 here in this rivalry trophy game. There's a lot on the line tonight. Grinnell tries to send a huge blitz. Vest is looking downfield, breaks away from Dillon, and it's almost picked off by Logan Estelle. Why, Dillon almost got back there to Vest.
Yeah, Eli Rose was hot pursuit there and almost got him. I don't think anyone was expecting that Vest was going to be getting a pass out there like that, but
3rd down and 8. Before we go to our break at halftime, we'll give you some updates of some scores around the league if they're updated. A lot of games going on tonight. No weather to delay it. 3rd and 8. Crawford. Toss to Vest. Vest going to look back downfield. They use this play against Nevada, but he overthrows. It almost worked. They used that play against Nevada, and it worked to perfection because he scored off it. It's like one of their only huddle highlights, but still, that was close.
That was a close one.
That was a great throw by Vest.
About 6 or 7 yards ahead of.
Yeah. So Grinnell catches a break. I felt like Grinnell kind of read it.
Well, let's see if we could have a good return. Who do we got back?
We got Johnson and Strand back here.
Both of them have the ability to put the moves on once they get it.
This
nice high kick.
Yeah, high bomber. This thing's just going to bounce, and Grinnell is just going to let it go. Parker had to get out of the way. That thing almost bounced.
You know that the age-old saying that the ball's coming down, you get out of the way, and sometimes that's still hard to learn even the older you get. But
yeah, if you're a Hawkeye fan, you know too well.
And we won't call any names out.
Alrighty. First down and 10. Grinnell's going to set up shop at the, what are we looking at here? About the 40-yard line?
Yep, right on the 40, I believe.
So first down, 1:50 remaining. Grinnell would love to score before halftime. Try to keep South Tama away. South Tama still just kind of breathing down their neck. So here's Kaufman in the shotgun. He'll set back to throw. He pumps, looks downfield. He has Cole McGriff with the catch, and he hangs on as he's drilled from the backside. It's a first down for the Tigers.
Well, when you're feeling it, you're feeling it. I think you just got to keep throwing that ball, and we've seen – I can't say we've seen anything bad out of the Tiger offense tonight. We're seeing pluses on the running game. Doesn't matter who's running, whether we're power running with Gab McFarland or Wyatt Hunter. I think you just got to keep pounding that ball.
1:34 left here in the corner. Grinnell might keep taking shots. The safety moves over a little bit. Watch for Owen here. Tanner in motion. It's a handoff to Wyatt Hunter, and Hunter gets a nice hole and is driven. Still fighting, actually, and he's finally brought down. And the clock keeps ticking. Saucer's going to quickly get his team hurried up.
There's 1:14 left in the second half, or first half. It just seems like we just started. This game's
it's clicking along.
Non-stop football and not a lot of penalties that have slowed things down. It's been a great game to watch.
2nd and 4, 58 seconds left. Kaufman fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, has a lot of running room, and is brought down for a first down. So the clock stops as they move the chains just a little bit.
Holding true with that leading rusher for the Grinnell Tigers. Drew's doing a good job on both the air and on the ground. So.
And South Tama is going to call timeout here. So Grinnell leads 13-0 in the timeout, and obviously, like you said, the offense has been pretty good, pretty well, except the one fumble by Drew. But you know, after watching it tonight, this is about what we expected. I mean, South Tama obviously without a win, but I could definitely compare them to Grinnell. I mean, they're a good football team, and this game is not over. Far from over.
If you don't see it on the scoreboard, but it's definitely an even matched ball game. Grinnell's just playing a fine-tuned game tonight, and I think that's the difference of the past 2 or 3 weeks that we've seen, and people get frustrated and say we make mental mistakes, but in the end, this is the good thing, that we figured out how to put it all together, and we're playing good Grinnell Tiger football. And these guys are out here as seniors. They're being leaders. It's going to make a big difference.
Few quick score updates here. Pella up Newton 28-10 at halftime. We'll scroll through these more. Montezuma down against Iowa Valley 32-0 at the break. We'll check some more here after a few of these plays, as Saucer gets called on the offside, or on the false start. North Mahaska trailing Linville-Sully. Good rivalry there, 36-6 at halftime.
Well, Dodge kind of give away the play when you sit back and do a stagger jog for a play-action pass, but
on 1st and 15. Kaufman looking, fires over the middle. It is incomplete. Strand had it just above his hands, and it's out of the outstretched arms. 2nd down and 15 upcoming.
Nice placement. You know, it would have been a different story if it would have been Owen out there, because it probably would have been right in his hands, but Tanner's about a 1.5 foot shorter.
Another update, PCM up against Clark, 44-0 at halftime. PCM is impressive, I tell you. That is a state championship waiting to happen there in Prairie City. Williamsburg up 21-0 against Albia. Union up 8-6 against Nevada. Kaufman fakes the handoff. Looks over the top. Mateus Durr is wide open, and he is in. Took the hard hit. It doesn't matter. Touchdown, Grinnell. He's getting crushed.
My goodness, that was a hit. And on the flip side of it, I think Mateus came out better than the South Tama defender that tried to stand him up. Great effort by Mateus Durr. Wide open. Nice look. And got finished off, but stood up like a soldier after it was over. That was a great play.
Grinnell going to try to make it 20-0 here. Good snap. Kick on the way. I'm going to wait for the call. It is. Good. 20-0. Grinnell leads over South Tama. Nice
job there, Kyle Dillon. Another sophomore putting effort back into this football team and going to be a future leader out there.
A few more updates. Carlisle up 21-14 against North Polk at halftime. Ballard up 18-3 against Norwalk at halftime. ADM up 21-14 against Winterset. Southeast Polk up 42-0 against Marshalltown. Johnston over Mason City 38-0. Waukee over Indianola 28-0. As we just keep scrolling down here. So with 36 seconds left here in the quarter, let's see what they can do here. Kyle Dillon going to be back to try to send this one deep. And Dillon sends this one as far as he can. It's a wobbler in the air. Vest will take it down inside the 5. He's got pretty good blocking, makes a good cut, and is fighting and driven down. So they'll set up shop here on 1st down and 10.
Nice tackle in there by Trey Goldman, number 78. Special teams tackle.
28 seconds left. Final score update here at halftime. Oskaloosa up 28-0 over Knoxville. I'll tell you, that Oski team is something good. Let's just hope they don't choke in the playoffs. Here's a handoff to Peyton Vest, and whoa, he is met immediately. Garrett James was not letting him go anywhere.
Yeah, great job. Garrett James and Dodge Saucer both in there. Just making an umbrella around that quarterback and not going to let anything happen. So, you know, driving all the way out, 12 seconds left here. These guys are not giving up, and they're going to go into halftime and be celebrating and hopefully not celebrating too much, come back for the second half and finish this off.
Alrighty, that'll do it for the end of the first half. 20-0. Grinnell leads over South Tama. They'll run right by the stand where that Steve Kriegel Memorial Trophy is at, and they're only one half away from bringing it home for the first time in 4 years. Grinnell leads 20-0 against South Tama. We'll be back for the second half of action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of tonight's rivalry game between the Grinnell Tigers and the South Tama Trojans. We got a good game so far. Grinnell leads South Tama 20-0. That is the score. I put my stocking cap on. Everybody's freezing. The concession stands are going to run out of hot chocolate because it hasn't technically temperature-wise gotten colder, but you might as well just say that it's gotten colder because it has gotten quite colder. But as for something that's not cold is Grinnell's offense. They've been on fire in the first half, and I think definitely look forward to see them possibly keep going.
Yeah, tonight's been an incredible game.
Yep.
I mean, we've seen a couple mistakes, but besides for that, everything is just clicking on 8 cylinders. And there's no 4 cylinders running tonight. These guys are running on full power, and we're seeing some of the best Tiger football that we've seen mistake-free. And I hope, we continue this second half and keep rolling and get this whole thing put together and have a complete ball game. And I think it'd be great for senior night. It's a great last game at TT Cranny Field for these seniors.
And we've seen the seniors step out. Gavin McFarland is having one of the best games I've ever seen him play. Drew Kaufman's putting together a great game.
And we're seeing young leaders come up.
Yeah. Dodge has played great.
Putting their finger on this team that says they want to take over and be a better team next year. So you put all these things together, it's just creating a perfect formula for what Tiger football is right here.
It's all uphill from here, as this will be Peyton Vest taking it one. He's going to head to the close sideline, makes a good move, and he's finally going to be brought down by a herd of Grinnell defenders. So out come the Trojans, as Vest had a pretty good first half running to start, but as the half kind of went on, he kind of picked it up. Crawford really hasn't done much. He's just kind of been the conductor, and that's really it. He said all aboard, and yeah, he hasn't really done much.
But on a good offensive team to put things together, you need to have that. And sometimes the quarterback's not always a star, and he's doing a good job conducting what's going on. We've seen a couple shuttle passes out of him, but more importantly, we've seen a couple shuttle passes out of Vest so he's turning into the multi-player out there on the field for the Trojans.
So on first down and 10 from the 24-yard line, South Tama will get going here. It's a handoff up the middle off the fullback, and whoever that is didn't really go very far, maybe a yard, as he's met immediately. Possibly...
I thought I saw 14.
I think it was Aaron Navarro, I believe.
Not much movement, maybe got a yard out of that.
So on second down and 8. Grinnell stacks the box defensively here. It's a blitz. Rose meets, can't get there to the edge, but Grinnell there is to meet him again. Nice play defensively by Wyatt and Logan. Eli couldn't get him off the blitz, but he had help.
Yeah, Dodge Saucer was over there blocking up that whole side, so it was kind of pushing him out. Apologize a little bit trying to get around. I have a window seal I have to kind of roll out in order to get that angle, but...
Third down and give them 11 for the Trojans. Grinnell can start the half here with a really good open. Watch for Peyton here to keep this thing on a possible throw downfield. Grinnell's begun beat like twice. Crawford gets tipped at the line, and Logan Estelle almost hauled it in. So close. I don't know who got a hand on it, but very, very good awareness by whoever it was, and Logan Estelle just barely caught it.
I'm going to throw the name. I can't. It was hard to see. I was looking through the side here. It almost looked like Wyatt Dillon might have got his hand on it.
Either way, Grinnell will force a punt, and we'll look to go. And I guarantee you Grinnell is not going to let off the gas pedal tonight. I think you want to just do whatever you can. Here's a high snap. This kick is going to be punted up in the air, and it'll be touched by a South Tama defender. Someone got up lifted over here.
It should have been down more
bit.
at
they're going to move it up.
The 45 maybe. It bounced off the backside of that South Tama player right off.
I don't know if we got it on camera, but Owen Kaufman went after that punt and almost hurdled the guy.
Yeah,
and he got upended so bad. He nailed to the ground. But either way, Grinnell catches a break here and still find themselves leading 20-10, and out comes Drew Kaufman with Gavin McFarland in the backfield. So on first down and 10 from the 46-yard line, Grinnell has some nice field position to work with. Kaufman fires outside. Tanner Strand has it. He's looking downfield. Wide open, A.J. Wilkins. No one is home. He's in. Touchdown, Grinnell. And when I mean no one was home, he was wide open.
That is an excellent play to start that session right off. And I tell you what, you said it. They are not going to give up, and they're going to keep pouring it on. And that is just awesome to see by this Tiger offense. Having positive movement. Have positive movement.
It's been 4 years. They want this thing so bad.
Okay, good.
This is Sean Jackson with the keeper. Jackson with the keeper up the middle. Did Sean Jackson just score a two-pointer? Yes, he did. Oh, my goodness. You got to be kidding me. Sean Jackson. No, did he not get it? I thought he got it. I guess he didn't get it. Did he get it? They're still talking. Yeah, he did get it. So Sean got it. Oh, my goodness. How about that? Sean Jackson, the senior, 345 pounds, with the quarterback keeper. That is amazing. Something you would only see on senior night. And he just kept pushing. What a play. Alrighty. Man, get excited. 28-0. Grinnell leads over South Tama. We got a lot going on so far. So Kyle Dillon's going to kick this one back. As Dillon sends this one high into the air, it'll be taken. Has good blocking. This is Weiss, who is dropped down. I thought the ball came out for a second. And South Tama will set up shop. So 28-0. Grinnell leads over South Tama. The Trojans going to try to maybe put together or string together a little comeback here. We'll see what they have. So first down 10 from the 32. It's a handoff. Vest. Nice hole, and he trips. Tried to make a move, fell over on his balance, but he did get a first down. No, he's just short. They're going to give him second down and 1.
Logan Estelle right in there on the tackle.
Apologize for the wait there on Sean Jackson's two-point conversion. For some reason, they didn't put it up on the scoreboard. I was pretty sure he had it. We have the South Tama radio by beside us. He didn't think he had it, but he did have it.
Grinnell's version of the Wildcat.
This carry by Vest is good enough for a first down. He got bounced around a lot in there. And obviously, with Vest playing, Tanner Walls must be injured. I don't see him on the sideline, but, yeah, must be injured for the Trojans. Which I don't want to say that he would have made a huge difference in the game, but Peyton Vest has definitely done a pretty good job as his backup. First down and 10. Handoff, middle, and only about a yard. Maybe not even.
Well, definitely South Tama has a little bit to build on having a running back like that as a sophomore. So
second down and 9. Possibly, yeah, second down 9 from the 44. 8:57 left here in the third quarter. Here's a toss outside to Vest, and Vest is driven. Guess who? Wyatt Dillon. As Grinnell clogged that hole pretty easily. Even South Tama fans starting to get a little irritated. Which, with the season like this, obviously your frustrations start to seep in. And South Tama this is probably the last winnable game of the season for South Tama, after they have to go home to Oski next week.
Yeah, and as we've heard from the score earlier, it sounds like Cole
Oski,
Henry and Oski's already having a
no problem there.
Incredible night down in Knoxville. So
we'll see come playoff team if Cole Henry and Casey Hill can get that Oskaloosa team and show they're legit. Here's a toss outside the vest, and that is a great wrap-up by Eli Ivanov on the edge to make sure he doesn't go very far.
Well,
this will be fourth down.
Great option play.
Yeah.
You know, for South Tama, to hold on to that ball as long as it did, and then to pitch out the vest. But for Gavin McFarland and Eli to have that communication back forth, who's going to take the ball, who's going to take the pitch, and you can't complain about that from a defensive standpoint as a coach. Let alone here they are, South Tama's fourth down again, and probably got to punt the ball.
South Tama's going to take a timeout. We'll do it with them. 28-0, 7:38 remaining here in the third quarter. Grinnell leads over the Trojans. Few quick updates here on scores in the third quarter. Pella leads Newton 42-10. No surprise there. Keep scrolling through a few of these pretty quickly. Linville Sully still up on North Mahaska. South Tama is going to get ready to punt here, at least we think. Yeah, we'll keep checking scores as we go along here. Fourth down, 11. It's a really weird play. They're looking. This is Weiss, has blocking, and he is going to get the first down. So, Grinnell got completely faked out. I don't know if any...
Poor job by defensive recognition, especially when they come up and we knew they were going to be either running the ball or passing the ball. We just got stretched out and get our eyes on where that ball was.
Well, he was looking back at, I believe, Crawford, who was going back the other way. That was totally not planned. I highly doubt that play call was planned out, but either way, a little bit of a defensive breakdown there for the Tigers. So let the Trojans move. First down and 10. We'll see what they can do here. It's a toss outside. Vest stiff arms his way down, and
Gavin
McFarland not going to let him
tackle.
go very far.
That's what I like. I'm liking it, and I'm seeing here is that these defensive players are breaking down and getting a good base and making a decision on their tackles, and that's a difference of what we've seen in the past couple of years. And I think a change is in the making here, and we're seeing better teams coming out of this on the defensive side.
It's a handoff. Vest keeps his legs moving and is down quickly.
Dodge Salser and Cam Stevenson in on the play. You know, we just can't seem to get over the hump here. So we had great momentum going on that Tiger line. We just can't let a fourth down advancement stop them on what they're playing. They have to step up to this game here and make a big difference.
3rd and 7. Crawford keeps it, busts through a hole, and he is going to be good for the first down. And he just kept pushing. So South Tama keeps moving, but here's the only downside. If they're wanting to win the game, which obviously they are, they're really wasting a lot of time. They got to kind of pick this up.
Yeah. Well, the Tigers are going to have to dig their heels in here and make some decisions on defense. You can't go into a ball game and just say that we're going to be 28-0 and say it's over.
Yeah.
You know, you got to play this game all the way to the end. So Grinnell's going to have to step it up here.
Grinnell trying to hold South Tama scoreless. The last time Grinnell held the team scoreless and won in a blowout, it doesn't matter. Crawford is gone. Touchdown, South Tama. I spoke too soon. I was going to say the last time Grinnell had shut out a team was 2014 against Benton, but Crawford had other ideas and takes it to the house.
Yeah, they had a nice little peel there. Actually, it is like a quarterback draw. They pushed them, and Grinnell sucked it right in and went to the outside, and they got faked out as a draw right up the center.
So this is where Grinnell has to be careful. This will be a field goal try. Grinnell leads 28-6. See what they do here. High snap. Kick is good. 28-7. Grinnell leads over South Tama. And the Tigers have to be careful here because South Tama easily could come back. Based off that drive, there was a lot of offense, so we'll see what they can do. We'll take a quick break here. Grinnell leads over South Tama 28-7. So out of the quick timeout after the touchdown by South Tama. Grinnell leads 28-7 with 5:36 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll see what the Tigers do here offensively, as they definitely don't want to keep South Tama hanging around. But they have a nice little comfortable 21-point lead, if that makes you feel any better. We'll see what South Tama does here. It was that one, if Grinnell gives up more points, South Tama does have the momentum after that fake. Here's an onside kick, and it's hopped on by Owen. And just to be sure, Gavin hops on it too, and Grinnell will come up. Grinnell scored in one play. Was it one play? Might have been one or two. Either way, they scored pretty quickly last drive. We'll see if they can do it again here against South Tama, as this is like one of the rare times they haven't started on the other side of the 50.
Yes, it is, which, you know, all year Grinnell struggled with that.
Right, right. I don't think, has Grinnell punted tonight? I can't remember. I don't think they have yet.
No, they have not punted all night.
So trying to keep that up. So on first down and 10 from the 30-yard line, or 40-yard line. Kaufman looks outside. He overthrows.
Overthrows or underthrows?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but he was wide open.
Yeah. Owen is on that far side. It was either at his knees or it was over Tanner's head, one of the two.
So try again. Second down and 10. 5:26 remaining here in the first half. Or here in the third quarter, I should say. Strand in motion. Kaufman hands off. McFarland gets a good hole and stays on his feet and gets about 3. So this will bring up third down and 7.
Definitely the powerhouse coming out of Gavin McFarland tonight.
This is Wyatt Hunter checking in. Third down and 8. Look, South Tama looking to send a blitz. See if they can adjust off this here at the line. The adjustments come from the sideline. Drew usually does an audible here. On 3rd and 6. Blitz incoming. Kaufman fires quick to the sideline. A.J. Wilkins with the grab, and he has the first down. That's a great play.
Yeah, great job by A.J. Number one, finding where that pylon was to say that he made the first down, tuck and get out of bounds, and let's get the chains moved. you get to a point sometimes seems like you can't move out of a section of the field. So when you get that 10 yards advance, just get it out of the way and get going.
Grinnell going to maybe hurry up here. They'll audible here, change this one out, make sure everything is right. Hunter moves in motion to the left. 2 wide receivers out right. Kaufman looking downfield. It is caught by Owen. Owen makes a move, cuts upfield, still on his feet, and he's driven out of bounds.
Another first down there. The Tigers move the chains again.
Quick passes definitely work for Drew. He's had a good night so far. 28-7, first down and 10 from the 33. 4:18 remaining here in the third quarter. Tigers are moving quick. South Tama is confused defensively. We'll see if Grinnell can catch him off guard here. Hunter moves up. Kaufman brings McGriff in motion. It's a handoff to Hunter. Wyatt gets a good hole. Here goes Wyatt Hunter. He's got the wheels, and he is gone. Touchdown, Grinnell. You talk about the youth movement. He ran right toward that South Tama Grinnell rivalry trophy as Grinnell is coming closer.
What can you say?
Yeah,
I mean that was a great fake and a powerful run. And again, I don't want to keep chiming on this, but we are seeing the future of Tiger football right here. With Owens catches down the sideline, Wyatt running, Mateus Durs catches. The future's here, and it's looking promising, folks.
Snap, hold, kick on the way. It is good. Line drive, 35-7. 4:11 left here in the third quarter. Grinnell leads over South Tama.
You know, seeing 35-7 on there, that's really, you look at the scores that Grinnell put up this year. We're not afraid to put points on the board.
No.
It's just capitalizing and overcoming the mistakes that we've had. So, you know, if you look at last week, 2 touchdowns pulled back off. That should have been a 54 points on the scoreboard. Right. We know what they did down in Fairfield, so.
And Grinnell, you could easily go back and look at it. They could have won last week as this thing's bobbled around. They could have won last week considering they had a little bit of a controversial call before the end of the half where they could have scored. Plus one of Tanner's touchdowns got called back for holding. It could have been a completely different ball game. But either way, that's in the past, and Grinnell has come out on all cylinders tonight. 35-7. No punts are needed so far. We're hoping Grinnell can just keep on going as they line up here on first down and 10. South Tama does from their own 34-yard line. .352 remaining here in the third quarter. Third quarter's taking a little bit here. Crawford is all alone. He'll keep it. And he is wide open. No one was home as Wyatt Dillon finally brings him down. I'm not really sure what happened there defensively.
Well, that's, you know, two pretty impressive runs.
Yeah.
He has a quarterback keeper up the center for a touchdown, and this little end around, that's not a bad little run there for the quarterback that's been pretty much silent.
So Crawford making his presence known here on his last road game as a senior. So first down and 10 from the 48 now. South Tama starting to show a little bit of life here on offense for the first time. Crawford's all alone again. A little bit of confusion here. It's a pass over the top. This is going to be hauled in. Logan Estelle gives chase, and he's brought down. That was number 7, Jackson belts, and there's another miscommunication by Grinnell's defense, which really didn't know what they were doing at the start of the play.
Yeah, I don't know what the problem was with the Tiger defense. They're kind of leapfrogging around and just weren't getting set. Whether communication changed from the sideline, but for the most part, defensive plays are set up unless they're trying to adjust to something that they saw on that Tiger offensive line. So South Tama's
Saucer did not call a timeout for Grinnell. That was Grinnell's assistant coach. I don't know who that was, but Grinnell's defense definitely needed a break and try to figure stuff out.
Yeah, they definitely can't have the mental breakdowns like that.
You may be up still, but I mean, you can't break it down.
You know, we're kind of getting at the point of that ball game where you're starting to see our defense. We have a lot of defensive players that are playing both ways. So, you know, some of the mental toughness, especially from our defensive line, you have Dodge Saucer, Gareth James out there, Cam Stevenson, Sean Jackson. You know, a lot of these guys, we don't have the luxury to flip-flop in and out. Trey Goldman's been switching in quite a bit tonight, giving a little bit different look there from the defensive end position, but
high snap. Crawford brought down immediately. Little fact to know, if Grinnell wins tonight, then Newton will obviously lose. That would put Newton and Grinnell in a tie for finishing third in the division. But since Newton beat Grinnell, Newton would beat the tiebreaker. But still, it's a kind of a lopsided division. You got two teams up front, but yeah, Grinnell obviously much improved over last year, considering they finished last in the division 2 years in a row. Definitely looking better this year on the upside, and looking to get going here, as Pella and Oski obviously have clinched. Pella's going to have that better seed or Oski's going to have that better seed. Crawford under pressure. He's going to fire this one over the middle, wide open, and great play by Eli Ivanov to break that one up. That was a great play by Eli.
It was. Eli got his hands right in there and just enough that he could block that pass down and put it to the ground. The South Tama crowd was kind of bringing themselves up a little bit, I think.
He did look open.
You know, when you have two series really almost back-to-back that they're looking the same out there, you have to just kind of stop and think, you know, where those mental breakdowns are.
So on third down at 7 from the 22. 2:48 remaining. Grinnell leads 35-7 over South Tama. Vest keeps it and is met immediately and driven down. Wyatt Dillon was the first one to get there.
Yeah, Wyatt was right there on that stunt and picked him up with that leg, and the rest of the line kind of finished him off from there.
This is obviously 4-down territory for the Tigers, or for the Trojans, as the clock keeps moving.
Which right here, we were a third down territory last time when South Tama did that quarterback draw, went in for a touchdown. So we just need to take a good look at things and make sure that we're heads up on the ball. I think South Tama's going to call a timeout.
Yeah. All right, timeout, South Tama. 35-0 or 35-7. Grinnell leads over the Trojans. Timeout over. 2:12 remaining here in the third quarter. Grinnell leads over South Tama 35-7. On 4th down and 7. From the 22-yard line, this is a huge play for the Trojans. Here's Crawford stepping back to throw. He fires over the top. McFarland has to turn around. It's caught. McFarland didn't readjust. And the Trojans score. That was a big play.
That was. So back-to-back series by the Trojans. March right down the field and prevail with 2 touchdowns.
McFarland turned around last second to try to look at it and just couldn't readjust in time, and the Trojans put up a score, and again, just going to kind of stick around here. But luckily, Grinnell's offense has been able to stay pretty consistent. High snap, kick on the way, and it is no good. So 35-13, Grinnell leads over South Tama with 2:06 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Trojans just sticking around, not really going away yet. And we'll see what they can do here defensively against the Tiger offense, which has been lights out so far. All right, so South Tama is going to get ready to send this one downfield back to the Tigers, who have yet to punt tonight. So they're obviously looking to keep that up, as it feels like we have been in the 3rd quarter forever.
Yeah, Grinnell needs to put some points here or have some movement and let that Tiger offense be on the field a little bit to give that defense a break. Unfortunately, like I said, when you have most of your defense playing your offense, that makes it even tougher yet.
South Tama is going to keep trying to mount the charge here. We'll see if it works, or Grinnell's defense and offense can try to get this figured out. Well, more like their defense. Their offense has been on it. Look for the onside kick here for South Tama, trying to make this game go a little bit longer than it is. As here's the onside kick, and it is picked up, and Kyle Dillon's on top of it. I got to say, Grinnell's pretty good at recovering those onside kicks. They always work on those in pregame, and Saucer's definitely taught them well.
Yeah, we do a good job putting not linemen on the front line, and I'm not saying that linemen are not good about using their hands on those onside kick, but definitely put into place the receivers, the backs and stuff to grab that ball up and take care of it.
So 1st down and 10 from the 47. Let's see if Grinnell goes conservative here. He's got 2 wide receivers out right, Kaufman does. Gavin McFarland, whose white pants have turned into mud, stained, sits right there beside him. Here comes Tanner in motion. It's a handoff to McFarland going the other way. McFarland has room, and he is down for a great gain of about 8 yards.
Yeah, just carrying that Tiger defensive left-hand side over there. Great run again.
So this will bring up 2nd down and about 4. 2nd down, 3. 1:42 left here in the 3rd quarter. We're just trying to make it to the 4th. We've been in the 3rd quite a while. South Tama sending about three defenders back here. Kaufman. Hand off McFarland. 1st down and more. Here goes McFarland breaking through a hole, and that is a nice gain for the Tigers, and that's another 1st down.
Yeah, and about a 19-yard pickup for Gavin McFarland on that one.
So 1:21 remaining. Clock stops because they got to move the chains here, but other than that, this thing just keeps on rolling. Grinnell's offense just seems to be on it. As they'll look to the sideline here as Saucer makes a few adjustments. McFarland moves up in the pocket. He's got Wilkins and McGriff here. He'll look, pumps, steps up as he's under pressure, and he's sacked.
Yeah, really probably the smart thing for Drew to do.
Yeah.
You know, why take the chance to sling the ball out one side or another? Just drop down and take the sack on that and save another fumble.
Yeah, yeah. And I hate to say it, but South Tama is not out of this. I mean, the way Grinnell's defense is playing, they're giving up quite a bit. So this will be 2nd down and 12 with 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Grinnell finds themselves on the South Tama 33-yard line. Drew hands off to McFarland, and Gavin still just moving. Move the pile. It's another 1st down, I think.
I think it is.
No,
looks
he's
like
way
he
short.
might be two and a
about
half
2 yards short. It's just so hard to see over here.
Yeah, no, he's only
he's only
less
a yard.
than a yard.
Yeah. So Grinnell is field goal range technically. So we'll see what happens. Out of the break in the quarter, we're headed to the 4th. Grinnell is on top, and they're 1 quarter away from taking home the Steve Kriegel Memorial Trophy for the first time in 4 years. 35-13. The Tigers lead over the Trojans. So out of the break, Grinnell will set up shop at 3rd down and 1 at the 30-yard line. That can't be right. They're at the 20, about the 21-yard line. 21-yard line, 3rd down and 1 with a new set of 12 minutes to go here in this ball game. As Kaufman will sit in the shotgun here. On 3rd and 1, Kaufman keeps it himself. Has a 1st down and more, and is driven down from behind well beyond the 1st down marker.
Yeah, that looks like it puts the Tiger offense right about at the 5-yard line, or right about the 8-yard line.
Yeah, something like that. He's close.
Yeah, it looks like at the 11.
Yeah.
So here we are sitting, make it to the 1-yard line, and we can still get a 1st down.
That's the best thing you can do, kind of.
Yeah. Let's see, Grinnell Tigers could go ahead and just put this thing in and put some more points on the ball.
Kaufman hands off to McFarland. McFarland but cuts outside. He's got speed and wheels to the edge. He's short. He almost got there, just short of the marker. He's about down probably at the 2 or 1. Yeah, it's got to be at the 2 maybe. Yeah, so he's at the 2. 1st down marker's at the 1.
I think right now the way they're sitting, they only have about a foot to get the 1st down and 3 feet away from getting the touchdown.
2nd down, 2 to go. Drew keeps it. The lane is wide open.
And that's touchdown.
And he's in. Touchdown, Grinnell. Drew Kaufman punches it in this time, and his good night of football continues. Good drive by Grinnell. Very consistent, very flowing, and despite the defense giving up a little bit, this offense keeps their foot on the gas. As Grinnell cracks the 40 mark for yet another time. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is no good. (41-13) after the missed field goal. Grinnell leads over South Tama. We'll be right back for South Tama's offense to take possession. Few updates around the league. Oskaloosa on top of Knoxville, 42-0 in the end of the third quarter. They're headed to the fourth over there. Pella is up 49-10 against Newton in the fourth quarter, and then obviously Grinnell is up 41-13. So 3 out of the 6 teams here in 3A District 7 crack 40 points tonight. So just shows you a little bit of how this offense works. As the ball falls off the tee, Kyle Dillon's going to run up quickly and get this one figured out.
It's a little bit of a brisk breeze that we could feel coming through. The flags are definitely all standing kind of up a little bit, so.
As Kyle Dillon sends this one into the cool night air, Vest has to come back for it and has room. Heads up the far sideline, chased down by Johnson. Ivanov wraps him down, and we have a flag. I'm not sure what that
I just wonder if we're not going to see. Vest had his hand right on the face mask of Eli. I don't know.
Yeah, Eli's down with a cramp. He's off the field, so it won't matter right now, but let's see what they call here. Yeah, I don't think the refs know what they called here.
Yeah.
So holding? Looks like it, yeah. So it is. Holding on South Tama, so this will move him back quite a bit.
Yeah, which I couldn't, from our angle, it was difficult to see.
It was either going to be holding on, like, I don't know, because there was like no one around him.
From where we're at, we could just see basically Vest, and it looked like the flag was thrown right at that general area where the ball carrier was, and Eli was right there, so I don't know. Like you said, they give the signal that was holding, but let's see if the Tiger defense had enough of a rest here that we can make a difference.
Low snap. Crawford is met and driven down. Big old Sean Jackson in the backfield.
Jackson was in there, and Dodge Saucer, and Gareth James, another big tackle.
So this will bring up 2nd down and 10.
Looks like check that. That looked like Cam Stevenson along with Gareth James.
Whew. It's cold. Crawford looking, and he's not going to get anywhere. He was almost sacked. Now he is. I don't know. Was that number 78? That would be
Trey Goldman.
Yeah, Trey Goldman got
Gareth
back there.
James back in there again, and Cam Stevenson. So put a couple fresh ones up there in that front line. And
Trey tried to go up there and rip that ball out of his hands, and Crawford kind of looked at him like, well, no.
Yeah, a couple more sophomores. Trey Goldman, Cam Stevenson.
3rd down and 18, and you know Grinnell really wants a safety.
Yeah, a safety, nothing looks better than a safety, but better than that, we'd love to see a mistake, either one of those little quick shuttle passes and have our defensive backs back there pick something off. It'd even be better yet. Kind of come out with a little razzle-dazzle quick snap. And
we're going to get false start. Our delay again. This is going to push him back to the 1.
So it should be half of the distance.
Yeah, half a distance
so
to the goal.
about the 1.5 yard line, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to back this thing up. Yeah, this is down at the literal 1 yard line. But the big boys up front may just QB dive this thing. Try to get a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, our defensive penetration, whatever happened on the last 2 series of downs, is giving us momentum, and it's making up for what happened on South Tama's last 2 touchdowns.
3rd down in an eternity. 9:58 remaining. Here's the snap. And this is going to be a shuttle pass. Yep, he's going to go downfield. This is going to be overthrown, and it is picked off again. Tanner Strand, he's got 2 in the game. What a pick. That was bobbled around, and he was able to haul it in, and that is 2 acrobatic grabs.
That's, coming in for a senior night, 2 touchdowns from Tanner, or excuse me, 2 interceptions from Tanner Strand. There really wasn't a a tough tackle out there, so I don't know if it's more of a frustration on Kiana or.
Well, I didn't really know what was going on. I thought Crawford was keeping it, and he was lucky to get it out of there. That thing was just tipped up.
It almost looked like kind of a little bit of a shuttle because it was Vest that threw the ball, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So they did that little shuttle pass up in there, and
I bet Vest could throw 40-yard bombs. I mean, he's had a cannon from what we've seen.
Well,
that's another overthrow. He overthrew.
Pretty talented there from a South.
Well, yeah,
his running skills, and we've seen a couple throwback passes, and let's see what these Grinnell Tigers could do. Come out of this and put a few more points on the scoreboard.
Grinnell's about to get a delay a game here. Let's see if they snap it here. First down to 10. Kaufman does get it off. It's a pitch back to Tanner. Tanner was going to look downfield, but he keeps it himself. Has good blocking. Gets another good block, and he is in. Touchdown, Grinnell. Have yourself a night. That is 2 weeks in a row. He's really put up quite a few numbers. He was looking downfield. A.J. Wilkins was in the end zone, but was covered up a little too well, so Tanner just decided to take matters into his own hands. So 47-13. Snap, hold, kick on the way, and it is good. And guess what? It's a 35-point game. We have continuous clock. We might not have to sit in the cold as long as we thought we were.
The type of football I've been watching tonight, I could watch this all night.
Yeah. What a great game to do it against. Grinnell, in recent history, obviously has lost to South Tama 4 years in a row. But before that, the last time Grinnell won, it was 54-28 was the final score. Eli Dunn and them routed South Tama. So it's been a while, but Grinnell is doing that exact same thing tonight. They are taking it to the Trojans. No mercy on senior night, and it's been the seniors to really put up the numbers.
Well, yeah, it's been senior leadership and team. I can't emphasize that enough, and I think that Coach Saucer, that's always a big statement he wants to say, that they play as a team, and tonight they're winning as a team. So from the beginning, it's all about how they're going to play, and they lost games as a team, and now they're winning as a team, and it's a great game to watch, and I hope that these guys take the opportunity to go back and watch it because they're doing a great job.
How ironic. My first game doing this, South Tama. We lost. It was a heartbreaking loss. Probably could have won it. My last game doing this, South Tama. What a great way to start. What a great way to end. We're still not done yet. 9:39 left. Vest is going to take it. He's got some pretty good blocking. Cuts up field, and Eli Rose is able to bring him down.
That combination of the sophomores, Eli Rose and Wyatt Hunter in on that.
Yeah, so continuous clock keeps on moving. First down and 10 from the 30. Crawford hands off. This is middle. Is that Tanner Walls right there? Might have been.
Let's see, a 20.
That'd be 28, so we're looking at Vincent Brannon. Sophomore, 6 foot, 165 pounds. They always add 10 pounds just to make them look bigger.
That's the natural way to do things in the football world.
So 8:30 remaining. Crawford tosses this one outside. Brannon has a good block, and the ball came out. And South Tama hops on it. That's a young mistake, but you only grow off those mistakes. The clock keeps moving here. Third down and about 2.
Some new faces getting thrown out there on the football field. Looks like Ryan Lowe's in there on the Tiger defensive front. 32 Trent Large.
On 3rd and 2. It's a handoff. And South Tama, did he get it? I don't know if he did. Yeah, he's going to be...
Vest back in there on the carry.
Yeah. So this will be 4th down and about... Nope. It is a 1st down.
Preston Dodge, number 41 in there in the linebacker core for the Tigers.
Yeah, so South Tama does give it there. 48-13, 7:14 remaining. Grinnell leads over South Tama. It's been a rout tonight. And what a good night it'll be. Handoff, toss back off the play fake. Crawford throws a duck downfield. It is going to be incomplete. Great defense by Cole McGriff. There was absolutely no holding at all.
Yep.
That was a great play.
Cole did a great job. We always tell our defensive backs that you play the ball. If you can't see the ball, you watch the hands of the receiver and you make sure that your hands are going right up beside him. So did a good job making the play on the ball as it come into the receiver's hands.
So 2nd down and 10 upcoming from their own 39. What a night it's been. Crawford, hands off. Vest is back in the game here. Makes a good move and is driven down about 1.5 yards short, maybe 1 yard, 2 yards short of the marker. This will bring up 4th down, or 3rd down, excuse me.
Jacob Schmidt's in there, up there on that front defensive line.
You can tell who's been in and who hasn't based off the color of their pants. Next week, Grinnell will finish out the regular season and their season, I should say, as they'll head
district
to Pella.
play and regular season.
Yep, to take on the Pella Dutch. Should be a good game over there. Hopefully Grinnell can hang around for a little bit and maybe pull probably what would end up being one of the biggest upsets we've seen in at least Iowa high school athletics.
Yeah, especially walking into that Dutch stadium.
It's hard. They don't get beat there a lot. It has been years since Pella got beat in Pella. But if Grinnell can just hang around, I think a lot of us would be happy.
Grinnell would love to be a spoiler on that. And, you know, if they could play a game like they have put together tonight, and it's going to have to be a perfect game, so you're going to have to get rid of our one fumble that you never know what's going to happen when a team comes on a field.
3rd and 7 after the penalty. Crawford is driven in the backfield, and it's senior night, so Wyatt Dillon's going to show up.
And that's a great tackle, and we've seen that all year from Wyatt Dillon. He's not just showing up for senior night. It's been nonstop play by that guy.
This will be 4th down. Grinnell's putting themselves back in punting formation, but I don't know if this is going to be punted. Yeah, it looks like it is, but Oskaloosa goes back home for senior night next week to take on the Oskaloosa Indians, who would love to finish their regular season district play undefeated. Never know. Maybe the Trojans could pull an upset there. That would be a huge upset. High snap. This is a high-flying punt. McGriff's going to call the fair catch, and it's hauled in.
He's lucky he didn't get a flag.
I was about to say, I don't know if you can hang on to the person like that.
You can't. Well, even for Cole to take the ball and advance it forward, you take about 1.5 steps and.
So 4:10 remaining. I guess it's continuous clock for both teams. For some reason, I only thought it was when the other team's on offense.
Nope, it's the rest of this fourth quarter.
So Grinnell probably just going to run this thing into the ground on 1st down and 10 from the 30. Grinnell is looking at a 3rd win on the season. That would be their best record to finish, or already they have a better record than they've had in the past 2 years. Here's a pass outside to Cole McGriff. McGriff makes a good move and goes out of bounds. Drew has had a great night. Besides the fumble, I mean, he has been spot on.
Yeah, there's no complaints. I think Coach Saucer had a couple frustrations why some play calls are getting turned in and out, but there's no complaints about this ball game, and the one-offs of a fumble.
I gotta cut you in. Ryan Wright's in the game right now. It's senior night. You got to make the most of it. Ryan Wright's in the game. We'll see if he can maybe get a play for him here. Drew tosses short, caught by Ryan. Ryan makes a move and is brought down. But it's still a good play. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's nothing like going out as a senior and be able to, haven't played a lot all year, but you get put in the books, you get a good catch, and I guarantee he's going to remember that the rest of his life.
That's awesome. Clock keeps ticking down here. Here's the snap. Kaufman goes short, and it's incomplete. Yeah, it looks like he was going to Ryan again there, so this will be 4th down upcoming for the Tigers. Really nice of Saucer. I mean, everybody plays.
Yeah, it is.
Very, very great.
And, you know, I've coached quite a bit of youth football here in the Grinnell as we grown up with flag football as kids start to get in before their junior high. And Ryan's been on different teams that I've had, and he's got a heart of gold, and I'm glad he's getting the opportunities to be out there on that field and say that he made a difference for 1 or 2 plays.
Grinnell's just letting this thing work down, and they're going to wait this clock down and then take a timeout, and yes, they do. And how about that? We're going to see a Grinnell victory tonight. What a game.
Grinnell victory, and you know, to point out, Blake, usually you say it every night. You look right over there in the corner of those football stands. They're all starting to part out, and they're going to meet those seniors and the rest of that team in the corner field. But we have probably one of the best student sections that they go with them. When they go to away ball games, they're here for the home games, and you know they never give up, and that's the best thing ever.
Well, what a game it's been. Grinnell has definitely showed out on a rivalry game, and on senior night, everything's come to fruition. And in the end, we will be seeing a Grinnell Tiger victory. It'll move the Tigers to 3-5 on the regular season. South Tama will fall to 0-8, but if I'm a South Tama fan, you look up from here. It's all uphill from here, and there's a lot coming. Trust me, Grinnell has been in this exact same spot. It gets better, and I definitely see a lot of talent up here. Drew is going to fake the handoff, fire short. This is going to be caught by, I don't know who that was. It was Alex Snook who caught that one.
Another senior. Yeah, another senior, Alex Snook.
Yep. For some reason, the clock stopped. It stops while they're changing, I guess. So South Tama will take possession here. We'll see what they can do here offensively. One more time.
Well, you know, just to flash back over the last 5 years, I've seen this class play since they're 7th graders. Obviously, you started out playing a little bit football and switched over in here to be in this broadcasting booth, but it's been an honor to watch these kids grow, and they've done an excellent job growing not only as a football team, but just growing as young men on the field. And I think that every one of the coaches and every one of the parents are proud of what the young men they've turned into.
South Tama pulled out their play that they scored against Nevada with and tried to get us with earlier. It was fallen incomplete. The clock's going to keep ticking down here. They're getting the trophy ready down there in the south end zone. There's about to be a party in Grinnell tonight. It's going to be happy hour as this clock is just going to keep ticking down here. Here's a snap. Crawford hands off middle. Brennan goes forward and is dropped to the ground. And that's going to do it. Grinnell is going to be victorious on senior night. For the first time in 4 years, the Tigers are going to take down the South Tama Trojans 48-13. The last time Grinnell won, it was a 20-some point route. This year it's going to be a 35-point route as the Tigers are victorious against their rival, the South Tama Trojans. And what a game it has been. Drew Coffin put together a great performance. All the seniors put together great performances, as we'll show the players probably going to get in this trophy. But make some room in the trophy case. The Steve Kriegel Memorial Trophy is coming back to Grinnell, and I guarantee everyone is going to want to get a piece of it.
Well, and just here a special note, as you see that Tiger team come across the field, that's Bruce Kriegel, Steve Kriegel's son, that I guarantee he's going to be the one.
Go get it.
He's going to be the one to hoist that trophy up first, and it's an honor for him. So, again, it's a proud moment. I can see Bruce pumping his hands up in the air there. And his dad's name's on that trophy, and it's a special night for that young man.
There it is.
Present that trophy right back to that football team.
It's back in Grinnell. It's been a little while, but finally the Tigers get to hoist the Steve Kriegel Memorial Trophy as they defeat the Trojans. 48-13 is your final score here on senior night. And I guess we'll give our final thoughts. The offense was lights out. They never punted once. And after all the hard work you go into, this is where it ends. And it was a really good finish for Grinnell.
Yeah, never give up play. I think that just caps exactly what we want to talk about is they never give up. And, you know, we had a couple of moments there where I think we were wearing out. But at the same time, that Tiger offense was – they were lights out playing football, and I'm glad they're all down there getting to capture and savor that reward. And, you know, I won't hold on much longer because I know you're sitting here just etching. You want to get down with those.
I can go down there.
You want to get down there with your classmates and help celebrate too. So
I got to give my final address for finally doing it. So yeah, it's been fun. We can flip the camera around. I not many people get to see my face a lot. So hello, I'll take my head off. See myself. I want to thank every single one of you that has watched over the past 2 years. It has been a absolute blessing to be able to do these football games, and I've loved it every step of the way. I hope every one of you that has watched at home over the past few years has loved it. Yeah, it's been incredible. I've loved following this football team. I'll come back a little bit during the basketball season. Noah Reese will take over my job a little bit more. So I'm not as straining on my voice as it is, but I love the Tigers. I will always be a Tiger, and no matter where I get in life, I will always remember what started here. And first game, it started against the South Tama Trojans, and it'll end against the South Tama Trojans, and it's just been incredible. I want to thank every single one of you who has supported me through this. I want to thank my dad here who has helped me through everything, and I just can't believe it. If you would have told me my freshman year in high school I'd be doing this thing, I would not have believed you. It has been so much fun. I've enjoyed every step of it, and yeah, it's been amazing. I've loved it, and thank you for joining me through all these years, and for all the memories that we've shared together from you watching at home. So thank you. I will always be a Tiger, and it's a great way to celebrate a win. So I guess one final time here from TT Cranny Field, I'm Blake Walker along with my partner Dan Walker, and I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching.
Good night. Go Tigers.